just want to come on here and show you guys about a version relaxer. We're gonna do a version relaxer, and we're going to do a touch-up relaxer. So I was led to show the proper way of how to do this because it's so many of us who don't want to be natural, and we want to straighten our hair out, and we don't want to some of us can go to the salon, but it can be pricey, and some of us, you know, have to do, we're opting to do it at home. So if you're going to opt to do your relaxer at home, I just want to properly show you how to do it so that you can get the most out of your relaxer, and that you can make sure that your hair can keep its integrity. So here we go. First and foremost, you just want to make sure you have something to base your scalp. Everything I'm using right here, y'all, is just conditioner, okay? Because we're going in and just showing you guys how to do it. You know what I mean? We just want to show you the techniques. So you have your four quadrants, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And so you want to make sure you base the scalp. So before you have your 4 quadrants, get you some scalp base, which is petroleum jelly. And you just want to make sure that you are taking some of your petroleum and you're going on the scalp. You're going directly to the scalp, and you can just part, because even if you want to do your 4 quadrants first and then go back and go and do your parting, and make sure that you are basing the scalp. And then you want to make sure you get around the nape area with your petroleum jelly, and you want to make sure you get around the ear, and then you want to make sure you get around the hairline in the front. So you want to make sure you're basing all of that. It's called basing. So you want to make sure you get all of that protected, because at times, especially if you're doing it at home, it can get a little bit on your skin, and you don't want that to harm your skin. So you want to have it protected. And if it gets down here, you really want to make sure that you wipe it off immediately. But so that there's no damage, you want to make sure that you have your skin protected with the petroleum jelly. And because we're protecting our scalp with the petroleum jelly, is to make sure that the relaxer don't get on your scalp. But you know, it's going to get on your scalp. We have to keep it real. Like, you can get as close to your scalp, you know what I'm saying, without touching it, but because it's going to be laying down, and then you have to go through the smoothing process, it's going to hit your scalp. If it wouldn't hit your scalp, then it wouldn't be asked of us to base your scalp, which is to put some petroleum jelly all over your scalp. So I just have to be open and honest with y'all. Like, you know, it's going to touch your scalp. So you have to make sure your scalp is protected. And you only have 25 minutes for a virgin relaxer. I'm going to say that again. 25 minutes for a virgin relaxer. And that's also dependent on the porosity. So if you guys are going to be out here doing your relaxers at home, please do a porosity test. Know the porosity of your hair, which is the ability to absorb water. Know your porosity. That way you know what type of relaxer to get, because you have normal, you have super, and you have for fine, it's not fine, but it's, Lord, what is it? Gentle. So you got gentle, normal, and you have super. So you want to know your porosity before you just go picking up a box of relaxer, okay? If your porosity is normal, then you get normal. If you have porosity where your hair doesn't want anything, like it's hard to absorb water, then you want to get a super. And if your porosity is where it's just can't keep nothing in it, or it can't hold water and stuff like that, you want to get the gentle relaxer. Okay, so I want to move in, and we're going to first do the virgin application. Okay, so you want to do your parts in I would say like half an inch, or about a half an inch, or maybe like a centimeter, but it's up to you. And there are different brushes as well. You have this brush. If you don't want to irritate your scalp too much, they also have brushes like this, where it's not a it's no bristles. It's just like a a squeegee type thing. Like, you know how you clean the windows at the car wash? And so to me, I would recommend this over this, especially if you're doing it at home and you don't want to be, you know, too abrasive to your scalp. Get something like this, and you can find this on Amazon. You can find this at Sally's. You can find this probably on Shein. Y'all know Shein and Temu, you know, they be having everything too. So y'all can screenshot this, and then, you know, I'll find a name though to put it in the screen when I'm editing. But I think this will be the best, especially if you're at home doing your relaxer. I recommend this type of brush because you will not irritate your scalp in the process as much. And for real, I do recommend, you know, doing a patch test. If you get irritated, and your patch test always should be down here at the nape. Do a patch test and see how you respond, how your skin responds to the relaxer before you go put a whole relaxer in your head and then you're just, you know, you have an allergic reaction. So this is for my at-home girlies, okay? The girlies who go to the salon, y'all already know the stylist. Hopefully you're going to somebody who knows what they're doing. You ain't got to worry about all of this. But my at-home girlies who want to do a relaxer at home, I'm making this video for you guys. I want you guys to be educated. I want you guys to know what you're doing, okay? All right, so this right here is by the roots. This top area is at the roots. We're not going to worry about the roots right now. We're going to worry about mid shaft, okay? Mid shaft, and we're not going to worry about the ends at first. So being that you only have 25 minutes, you have to move pretty fast, okay? So, because once you get past 25 minutes, it's really like, it's breaking down the protein bonds and the sulfide bonds. That's a whole nother thing. We'll go into videos about that. But it's breaking down, you know, the cuticle and everything, doing what it's supposed to do. So you want to make sure that you're moving in a fast pace, kind of steady, but a little bit fast, okay? So when you're going in, you want to go in to like this area first. And the reason why we do that is because, for one, it allows your the relaxer to start breaking down the bonds and doing its job. This is the oldest part of your hair, so we want to make sure that that's protected, because our ends get dry and brittle and they break off. So you don't want to put relaxer on that right away. And then the heat from your scalp is going to cause this to really get the work. So we do this last. So we're going to start here. And then once you get through all of your quadrants doing this, then we go back and we're going to head it to the ends. And then we're going to do the scalp area. Okay, so I'm going to, let's get started. So we're going to go mid like that. And then you can go up. And then we lay it forward. And then you get you another section. See, and you got to move like, and if you want to get somebody to help you, so this video, if they watching, you get somebody to watch this video and they can do it for you. And they just go in and you see we're getting the mids done. We're doing mid, we go up, and we take care of that part. And I'm going to just do one more section. And then we're going to go back, because I'm going to show you what it's like when you get ready to go back and take care of your ends and your roots. So then you get, you know, you get in the flow. You get in the flow. And then the back. And so now let's just say we got all of this done. So now we're going back in and we're going to go to our ends. We're going to get our ends going, and then we can go ahead and tap the roots as well. And then we're going to go underneath because we want to make sure our roots get what is needed. And then we're going to go forward, and we're going to, and mind you, you're going to have on gloves. So I'm working with conditioner, so I ain't got no gloves on. I don't know why I didn't grab my gloves, but it's okay. So get the ends, and then we go in and we're going to get the roots. And like so, we're going to, and it's okay too to rub your product on down too. You can go from the mid and rub it down and rub it up. If you got your gloves on, you can go ahead and take it up. And then we do our roots. And that is the application process. That is how you put your relaxer in. And so make sure that if you're buying the box, please follow the directions. Like, use the neutralizing shampoo, use the if they usually have a scalp base in the box, and you have 25 minutes if it's virgin. Okay, I'm going to put this up because let's go over a root touch up. Now, some people have what they want to use to cover all of the relaxed hair. Like, you can put some conditioner on the pre-relaxed hair. Let me grab a section. I'm just doing all of this. On the pre-relaxed hair. So your hair, say your hair is already relaxed. It's time for a touch-up. So you just want to protect all of the pre-relaxed hair. So you can put some conditioner on there. Put some conditioner on there. And if you guys, y'all got y'all K18, y'all got y'all Olaplex and stuff like that, your favorite conditioner that takes good care of your hair, protect all of that relaxed hair with the conditioner, because we are not going to put anything on it. But just in case the relaxer, you get some on there by accident, you just want to make sure, because your hair is protected, and we want to prevent any damage from overlapping. You're doing it at home, so you want to make sure that everything is protected. And then you just go in and you touch up your roots. Now, this should only take you anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes, because you just doing your roots. So you get in there and that's it. And then you go into your next section, because all the hair is protected. The rest of the hair is protected. So you just going in. You're going in and you're just hitting your roots. Bam. Bam. You know what I mean? You get in your roots. You ain't worried about nothing else. You ain't got to pull it all the way through, smooth it, none of that. You know what I mean? You just going through. And when it come down, if you want to go back through it, depending on how, depending on the density that you like to have, well, not the density, the texture. Depending on the texture that you want to have with your relaxer, you can go back in and do a little bit of smoothing if you still have any time left. But if you ain't got no time left, and make sure you have your timer on, then you just got to go wash it out. Do not keep it in there longer, because that is the problem with a lot of these at-home, remedies. I mean, not at-home services when you're doing it at home, because, we were just taught to keep it in there for so long. But no, it's really designed to loosen up your curl so that it could be more manageable. It's not meant to have your hair silky bone straight. You just want to relax your curl, and you're going to get that silky bone straightness when you blow dry and when you flat iron. Okay, so do not go for a silky bone straightness when you are using a relaxer. I repeat, do not go for silky bone straightness when you are doing a relaxer. Some of your porosity is different, so you might get a silky bone straightness, but don't go for that. Just go for putting in the relaxer the proper way, and you can get everything else that you're looking for in the styling process. Okay, so like I was saying, make sure you use your neutralizing shampoo, your moisturizing shampoo, your conditioner, your leave-in conditioner. Hey y'all, this is me coming in the midst of the tutorial. Make sure that you are washing your hair until it is not pink. Okay, when you get to the shampoo process, after you when it's time to rinse out that relaxer, after your timer goes off, make sure you are washing it until it is not pink. Okay, because that lets you know that your relaxer is out. Okay, and your last shampoo, like when it's not pink anymore on that shampoo, let that sit for a minute. Okay, and then when you get to your moisturizing shampoo, just take your time with that, because you're going to actually feel your hair absorbing the moisture from the moisturizing shampoo. Okay, and you're going to feel like the softness, everything. It's just going to be really good. Okay, so I just wanted to step in and say that real quick. All right, so back to the tutorial. And your serum of choice, that is for once you rinse out your relaxer. And one thing I like to use is a pH restorer. So they have a pH restorer that you can use after you rinse out your relaxer, you rinse the relaxer out really good, and then you go in with your pH restore, and then you go in with your neutralizing shampoo, then your moisturizing shampoo, and then your conditioner, and then your leave-in conditioner. I mean, yeah, your leave-in and then your serum, you know, because you get to your leave-in before you blow dry. Your leave-in and your serum before you blow dry. Some people do the serum after they blow dry. Some people do the serum before they blow dry. But yeah, y'all, that's it. That is the whole process. I will leave the names of the items that I was showing y'all in the description section. I will also have it on the screen as I edit. But if you guys have any more questions, just leave them in the comment section, and I will make sure that I answer y'all questions. But I just wanted to help out my at-home girlies, because I'm an at-home girly when it come down to doing my hair. Now, I have been to the salon and stuff like that, but you know, at home, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. And when you got to do what you got to do at home, you just want to be knowledgeable. Okay. So thank you guys so much for watching. And like I said, leave some comments, get in my comment section. Let's talk about it. And if y'all got any questions, or like I was saying, I'll get back with y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I'll catch y'all in the next tutorial. Bye.